Hi, as of recording this, it is fucking hot in California right now. I think we're about to reach 100 degrees as of recording this. So, there will be an AC blasting for, the entirety of this audio recording. Thank you.
Zack Snyder's not interested in making faithful comic book adaptations. He wants to make edgelord fan fiction.
If you're strong enough to snap his fucking neck and leave a shockwave afterwards, then why don't you just aim his face somewhere else? You didn't even try!
I think the laziest shit that you can do with this character is compare him to Jesus. And that's all Zack Snyder does. Do you get it, guys? What does this remind you of? Yet this is a movie about a good guy. Some would argue, the goodest guy that's ever existed. And yet we feel nothing for him.
Hey all! I'm back with another totally different kind of video, but I feel like you should expect that from the wacky inconsistency of this channel. As you all have seen, I usually portray myself as this goofy Optimus Prime PNG. And you may ask yourselves why when the channel logo is me in a Red Hood mask. My main reasoning is because I don't want to convert this picture into a PNG. Also, I don't like talking to a camera and looking at a script at the same time. But another reason is because Optimus Prime is one of my favorite leaders in fiction. He knows what it's like to go through hell, yet still finds it in his spark to treat his fellow Autobots like his family. He knows how to stop and take a break. Hell, in one of the most recent comic runs, we literally see him take in the beauty of our own planet. And the reasoning why he is the way he is because of his definitive voice actor, Peter Cullen. Peter Cullen came up with the voice of Optimus when he was on his way to audition for the role back in the 80s. When he tells his brother about the audition, keep in mind he was a war vet, he told Peter not to act like some big Hollywood action hero with his performance. He told him to be strong enough to be gentle, which is why Optimus is usually portrayed as a gentle warrior who will defend his family. Now, why did I go on a whole tangent about Optimus Prime in a video about Superman? Well, that's because growing up, the only hero I could really look up to other than Spider-Man was Optimus. Not because of the tried and true Decepticon bad and Autobot good, but because Optimus brought a sense of hope even in the most dire situations that he was in. Over the last decade, it wasn't looking good for some of our iconic heroes in pop culture. Optimus was a whole war criminal.
You must see why I had to betray you. You didn't betray me. You betrayed yourself. No, Optimus!
Superman was compared to Jesus, and Batman was fucking killing people.
I believe you.
Like, Jesus Christ, Zach, you really like making edgy fanfiction, don't you? But that's a whole other issue that I will definitely not be making a video on anytime soon, because so many other people on the internet have said what I would have said. Anyway, ever since that sorry excuse of a connected universe that was the DCEU has ended with that awful Flash movie, I've been looking forward to James Gunn's new Superman film, mainly because of these fucking stupid edits.
There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our mind.
As well as the set photos we've been getting as of recording this. And it is really an improvement from Cavill's version of Superman. And don't get me wrong, Cavill was a perfect casting, but you have to admit, Snyder does not like adapting characters. He likes making characters how he would like to see them, which resulted in shitty material that Cavill himself would have to work with. Like, we don't see his version of the character be a hero for the sake of being one. He's only a hero because he feels as if it's an obligation, but we don't see much of him doing any saving except, like, in Justice League, I think. I don't know, I'm not rewatching Batman v Superman, mainly because of that stupid Martha scene.
Why did you say that name?
Anyway, referencing the set photos, we see that we're going to be getting scenes of Superman just doing Superman things, like saving a dog, which has sparked a whole war on Twitter. And no, I'm not joking. Go on Twitter, look for yourself. Also, David Cornsweet looks genuinely so happy to be on the set in this movie. I mean, I would too if I was wearing a Superman suit, just being Superman. Also, we're getting props and scenes of Supes just helping and interacting with kids. We'll be getting that comic panel where Clark takes cancer patients to see the pyramids, and as well as scenes that emulate Superman just making children happy. I get that a lot of this has just been yapping about, oh, how cool the scene will be this one comic panel. But these scenes are important to Superman's character, as he's not trying to depict Jesus like Zack Snyder would have you believe. He's just a man that strives to make his home better for his fellow humans, because although Clark is biologically Kryptonian, at heart he's a human just like us. He doesn't see his powers as, well, divine power. He sees it as a chance to do good in the world with the influence of Ma and Pa Kent to keep doing so. And I feel like in the current world we live in, where negativity and nihilism is all around us, it's important for kids to have a hero to look up to that's just a pure good guy. Superman is that pure guy. Like, think of the last time you had a conversation with your brother, cousin, or nephew. You ask them what their favorite DC hero is, you're most definitely gonna hear the answer is Batman, because he's cool, dark, and stuff. And yeah, I'm obviously a Bat fan too. I mean, just look at my profile picture. It was only 10 years ago where we were debating who was better, Batman or Superman. But as the years went, I started to realize that particular argument was actually stupid. You're basically putting two best friends against each other, and that's just not a good look. You should be able to enjoy Batman as a Superman fan and vice versa, because both characters are important to each other's growth as characters. I mean, look at these two. They don't call them the world's finest for no reason. Also, it would be great to see more kids saying they like Superman again. And in my opinion, that's the greatest thought that came to my mind when I was just on my way to a Sam's Club with my mom. It made me smile at the thought of just seeing kids wearing Superman shirts, playing with Superman toys, and wearing a Superman cape. Playing pretend with their friend Justin down the street who loves Batman, making up their own world's finest stories. Superman is a very important character, not just to the general audience, but to children, because I have to admit they need a wholesome hero to look up to again. Everyone makes videos on how it's important to show the general audience why so-and-so character is important when it comes to superhero films. But I feel no one talks about how influential one character can be to a child, as most creators just talk about their own experience with the characters as children. High Top's Films just tells his experience with Daredevil as a child. Cosmonaut Marcus talks about how he had all the Batman toys from, I think it was Batman Forever. Godzilla Mendoza talks about his experience with Spider-Man as a kid. But I hear no one talk about how one proper portrayal of the character can create lifetime fans of the character. And that's why I believe James Gunn's Superman has to be important for the next generation of children. Hey all of you beautiful internet dwellers, and thank you for sticking around to the end. I know it's another yapping video, but I felt like making this due to the fact I don't get to talk about stuff like this much with anyone. But you, dear viewer, are basically the best at lending your ear to whatever nonsense I have to say. I know not much gaming content has been coming out. Believe me, I want that content to come out. but my creative vision is very limited to the hardware I'm currently working with, and finding a job just sucks in today's world. I know I don't ask much from y'all. Hell, even the title card at the end of most of my videos are more of a silly suggestion rather than me asking. But could you please just copy the link to the video? You don't even have to share it. It basically counts as engagement. I don't know if it'll do much, but it's better than nothing. Anyway, just like Superman in this one panel, I love all of you. Remember to drink water. And that I say this with nothing but love. I'll see all you bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes in the next one. Sayonara.